And we are back, folks, here on the Michigan Insider on Sports Talk 1050, WTKA, online at WTKA.com. We're live here inside the Suburban Chevrolet Make the Choice studios. You know, Ira, we have our participation in the Softball Academy that's about to come up. We are going to kick off the fundraising effort in earnest, at least on the show here next week. You know, we had a guy who helped us get off the ground, Ira. He helped us. He knew that we had equipment needs, and he said, you know what, guys, I know you're a ragtag bunch. Let me give you a little loaner. And he helped us out with some gloves. Coach Bakich did a couple
he did a couple years ago. And this year we're getting help looking a little better from our friends at Advantage Sports. And Eric Bakich's appearance on Sports Talk 1050 WTKA in moments is brought to you by Advantage Sports, your home for baseball, softball, football, hockey, soccer, volleyball, lacrosse, ice hockey, and field hockey equipment and apparel. They carry all the top brands, including Rawlings, Easton, Mizuno, Wilson, and more. They have over 6,000 square feet of training facilities. They can service all of your high school, college, or travel team's needs. Advantage Sports is located at 2019 West Stadium Boulevard and online at catchtheadvantage.com. But we do appreciate Coach Bakich with the glove loaner a couple years ago. And we appreciate our friends at Advantage Sports for gearing us up this year with some great T-shirts and maybe a couple other things as well.
And Coach Bakich gave us some encouraging words as we embarked upon our first foray in the Softball Academy, and we went out there and competed. So, Coach, appreciate you doing that. Appreciate you joining us like you do every single week. Good morning.
Oh, my pleasure, Sam. Yeah, if only your baseball, softball skills matched the equipment you were wearing, you'd be in business.
Well, Coach, you would be proud. We've gotten a lot better. That first year we didn't do great. But we came back. We learned from the shortcomings that first time around and came back stronger. You know, it's an interesting parallel, Coach, because I watched the game Friday night, and it's like, man, I wonder what the locker room is like after this game. The guys really responded in the next two games. Your third straight series victory over a Big Ten opponent, and it came after not getting out of the gate so well in that 11-1 loss Friday night. Yeah,
it's all about improving and getting better and just, attacking each day, with an opportunity to compete. And, we didn't play well in any facet, not offensively, defensively, or on the mound on Friday. And, where maybe in years past that would have been a bad tone set for the entire weekend and come away with a disappointing weekend. But credit our players for responding, rebounding, and treating Saturday as this brand new day and coming out and evening the series up, and then clinching the series on Sunday. It was a solid weekend on the road.
Coach, with this group, do you even have to say much after a performance like that, or they just know? And you say, turn the page. Is it simple? You say, hey, turn the page. We'll come out the next day and get it back.
Well, there's good and bad in every performance, win or lose. So, we kind of keep our routine the same. And, when we break down the game, we highlight the areas that we did well and keep doing those. And then we look at the areas that need improvement. And, so that list was a little bit longer, after Friday. But, our guys did a good job of making the adjustments and coming out Saturday and, having a quick case of amnesia and not thinking about what happened on Friday. We just put it behind us. It's over. It's history. It means nothing. It has no impact on the game on Saturday. And Saturday was, one game opportunity to compete and get after it, and our guys did that.
Yeah, and so, you handed the ball to your freshman Ryan Newtoff, coach, 6 innings of one-run baseball. So, he did his part. From the mound, and you got 11 hits from your from your guys at the plate this time around. So you got it done on both sides.
Yeah, Ryan, Newtoff has been pretty consistent, and he didn't even have his A game. You would call that his B or B plus game, but he grinded, he battled, he overcame some innings where they had runners on base, and he had to wiggle out of some jams, and he did that. And we didn't have a great offensive day, but not a great offensive day, and still managed to come up with 5 runs and taking advantage of some of their Penn State's mistakes. An error with the bases loaded gave us 2 runs. That was huge. And then that was on Sunday, but it just a good job of our guys just finding a way to string together enough enough quality at bats to put up a 5 spot or put up 5 runs in the game and even the series up.
Yeah, Coach, one of the things that kind of jumped out at me in that contest, I believe it was the 6th or 7th inning. I can't remember which one. But you got a couple of insurance runs and guys not trying to do too much at the plate. You scored on a couple of sac flies, and those to me, when you see guys go up and give themselves up and not try to do too much at the plate, just plate some runs, that speaks to me, the maturity of the team kind of shining through.
Yeah, there was a situation there where I believe it was 2nd and 3rd and nobody out, or it might have been even bases loaded. I can't recall, but it was we got two execution plays in one swing, where one swing enabled the runner from 3rd to tag up and score, and also enabled the runner from 2nd to tag up and go to 3rd, which then set up the next sac fly situation. So situational hitting is huge in any game. A lot of times in close games, the difference in the outcome of the game can be traced back to a couple of swings here, a couple of plays there, a couple of pitches here, and certainly those 2 sac flies were big in the outcome of getting that win.
All right, and then, Coach, you get to Sunday, and it's about winning series. Learn the lesson from, you're going to lose some games, but, hey, just take 2 of 3, and you did that with the clincher on Sunday where you won that one 8-3.
Yeah, we got a good performance from Brett Adcock. He had a quality start. He went 6 innings. We gifted Penn State a couple of runs with just a little bit of some miscues defensively. Had a couple errors that just in pass balls, whatever, led to 2 of their first few runs, and our guys just stuck with it. It was a little bit of a nail biter through the first 5-6 innings. It was a 1-run game, and it was 2-2, then it was 3-2, and then finally we broke it open. But Brett Adcock giving us a strong performance and holding them down for 6 innings. That was huge, proved to be the difference. And then our offense just kind of, like it does, just, took advantage of some opportunities, some big hits, a couple errors on their part, and then we end up pulling away and winning 8-3.
Gotcha. We're talking to Michigan baseball coach Eric Bakich here on the Michigan Insider on Sports Talk 1050, WTKA, online at WTKA.com. So then that takes us to last night's game, a special affair as Michigan and Michigan State played one another for the first time. I didn't realize this until was looking and look back at the story on the game. 2 years. This is like the first time in 2 years you play. Coach, before we talk about the game itself, is there any discussion about having protected opponents on the baseball side of things in the Big Ten?
Yeah, we've discussed it in our coaches meetings, but coaches don't make those decisions. That goes a few levels up, and yeah, that would be nice. I mean, to think that Michigan isn't playing Michigan State or Ohio State in a 3-game set this year is a little bit puzzling. But we've expanded. We've got 13 teams now. We've only got 8 conference weekends, 24 games in our conference slate. So there's going to be some missed opponents. You're always going to miss 4 teams throughout the course of the season, and it just so happens a little bit of bad luck and misfortune that we miss our 2 biggest rivals.
All right, so, Coach, tight game. Michigan State came out on top 4-2. Kind of take us through that one.
Well, they played better. They deserved to win. They played better, and, they got 3 2-out RBIs, and we had a couple of chances with runners in scoring position and less than 2 outs where we didn't get it done. Like I've said a lot of times, because usually we're talking about our offense and 2-out RBIs being worth their weight in gold and they're game winners, and they had 3 of them, counted for 3 of their 4 runs. So, that was a big deal for them, and we pitched well. Evan Hill gave us a good start. He, his longest outing of the year, just still working his way back in there, and went 5 good innings. And just, Michigan State pitched well. They threw nothing but left-handers at us, and guys with some decent stuff, throwing a bunch of off-speed, a bunch of breaking balls. And we hit the ball in the air a little bit too much, and that is not the part to hit the ball in the air. Mm-hmm. And just one of those nights where we didn't get the big hits when we needed it. I still like our team. I still like our guys. I still like us in a 3-game set with them. We just didn't, we didn't get it done last night. And the great thing about that is we got another opportunity today.
Absolutely. You're going to take on Eastern Michigan for the second time in a few weeks. Beat them on the 7th, 18-4. They'll be at the Wilpon Complex, so you'll have a chance, folks, to go out and catch the Maize and Blue in action again today. But, Coach, you've already talked to us about Eastern Michigan. Let's look. No, you aren't looking ahead of them with your team, but kind of look ahead of them with us. And tell us about Purdue. As Purdue comes to town, you guys have a nice little run going of series victories in the Big Ten. Talk about Purdue and what they're going to bring to the table.
Sure. Yeah, well, it's nice. Our schedule, as far as playing at home, we've got 4 of the next 5 weekends. 15 of the next 20 games are going to be at Ray Fisher Stadium. And after being on the road for 8 of the first 9 weeks of the season, we're certainly looking forward to playing in front of our home fans. And, hopefully the weather will be nice. It's forecasted to be nice this weekend. Purdue's a team that really scheduled tough in the early part of the year. I mean, they took on the SEC, they took on the some top teams in the country, and didn't get off to a great start. Haven't necessarily played to probably the level that they have wanted to this season. But like I've said before, it doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, anyone can beat you on any given day. There's a lot of parity in college baseball right now, and it doesn't matter if you don't play well. You're not gonna win. And so we're just kind of focused on us. And if we play the way we're capable of playing, I feel really good about our chances in this series. But we got to do it. We got to get it done. I mean, if we play like we played last Friday, then we're gonna have a setback, and that's just can't happen. And I think our guys understand that, and we've deep enough into the season that we know the importance of attacking on the mound, attacking the strike zone with quality pitches, and stringing together quality at-bats. We've just seen the results on the positive side of things enough now to know, what it takes to win baseball games. And, that's what we focus on. We focus on how to do it, not the result itself. So I like our chances in this series, but we're going to have to bring a lot of energy and aggression and toughness to this weekend.
Well, Coach, I mean, we heard the talking points, and they seem to be ringing true on the field. Folks, in case you missed it, 8-2 in the last 10 games. That includes series wins over Maryland and Indiana. A 3.017 batting average, leading the Big Ten, and batting. The team is just playing really, really well right now. And like I said, 3 straight series victories. So let's try to make it 4, Coach. Good luck today against Eastern Michigan. Folks, you can make it on out and see the Wolverines over at Ray Fisher Stadium. $1 tickets. So make it on out and support the Maize and Blue. And then, of course, this weekend against Purdue. Coach, good luck tonight, and then, of course, into the weekend, and we'll talk to you next week.
All right, thank you, Sam. Yeah, $1 tonight. That's a heck of a deal. I mean, come on, let's go, guys. Let's do it.
There you go, Coach.
And great weather to boot.
All right.
That's it. There it is.
All right, Coach. Thanks a lot. He just said it. $1 tickets to see a team that's playing really good baseball right now. Really good baseball. As I said, 8-2 record in the last 10 games, and they've won their last 3 series. So they're steadily climbing. They're about. I looked at the Big Ten standings this morning. Let me pull them back up. So
they're what, in fifth place?
Sixth. They're 6th in the Big Ten right now with a 6-6 record. So steadily making that climb